Well, hey there, it's Beatty Carmichael, and I want to show you a simple hack that will take your Just Sold postcards and drive them through the roof in terms of getting more listings. Okay. I know it works because I've been doing this for years. I've tested all kinds of things. In fact, over 2 million postcards have I tested, testing all kinds of things, what works and what doesn't to generate listings. And I've probably generated more listings than most people out there. So if you're ready, let me show this. So you got to understand first a little bit of the backstory, okay? So the backstory is that homeowners, when they're thinking about selling, they look for an agent that in their back of the mind tells them that this agent can do a good deal for me, okay? And what they're really looking for is real simply, can you sell my home for more money in less time and with less effort? And if you can convince them that you can do those three things, they will do business with you all the time. The key with a Just Sold postcard is you have to take a slightly different approach than what most agents typically do. Okay, if you want to have success, you see what the crowd is doing and you go the opposite direction, right? Okay, so what the crowd is doing is when they're sending out Just Sold postcards, they're sending them out just like everyone else. They get very low results and then they stop because they just don't work very well that way. But if you know what you're doing, and this simple hack is just one little thing that you can do, it will actually just totally take your results through the roof. So if you're ready, let me show this to you. I'm going to pull up my screen. Okay, so this is the typical Just Sold postcard. Okay, I've used Bill Smithson up here just as a monitor for that. So what happens is most agents, when they send out a Just Sold postcard, they just show a photo of the home, they put the address, and they do a, hey, just sold, okay? So someone knows it's just sold. Now, these actually work, okay? I don't want to downgrade it. They just don't work as well as something else. Just like a Ford, Escort, like I used to drive years back, it works. It just doesn't work as well as a, Mercedes AMG 55, okay? So what you have to do is how can you take this and supercharge it without spending any extra money to supercharge it? So why does this one work? This one works real simply because when a homeowner is thinking about selling and they don't really have an agent picked out that they're thinking about, then if your postcard arrives at the moment they're about to pick up the phone and call an agent, then they're likely to call you because your postcard is opportune. It's right there, okay? But if you're in a competitive situation, they've seen other agents around there, maybe they get another Just Sold postcard as well. Now you have to do something a little bit different. So let me show you what I found. I'm going to add just a few words to this postcard. Watch this. So now, if you notice this down at the bottom, okay, I did it again, right? Let me just make sure that no one misses this right here. Sorry for the scratchy stuff. Okay, so I did it again. Another one sold at the top of the market price. So what these few words do is, if I'm a homeowner, is they tell me a little bit more of the story and tell me a little bit more about why I should choose you. I did it again. That means this is a routine thing. Another home sold at the top market price. That's what I want for my home. I want to make sure it gets the top of the market price. The other thing this does is this sets apart that you actually got the top of the market price. See, when I see other agents and I see their signs out there as I drive by, I have no idea if they got the top of the market price or lowball price. All I know is it's sold. But for me, I want top of the market. And now here's what's also cool about this little message. Every home that you sell is sold at the top of the market price for that home in that condition and that location at that time. Okay, so this is a statement that you can always use, and always it's an honest statement. But what else could you say about this home and this sale that would make homeowners choose you even more? Watch this. I'm just going to add a few more words, but now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell a little bit more of the story. Okay, so if we go back to the background, they want to know, can you get them the most money, least amount of time, and the least amount of effort? What they're really wondering is, do you have greater expertise than other agents that they might be able to choose? So watch this. That same sale, I'm now going to tell more of the story behind it. So now, not every sale has a story, but if you dig, you'll find a story in almost everything. This is the art. You have to think outside of the box. So this particular home had actually been on the market and it was an expired listing. So watch this. So here we write that this home had been on the market 180 days with another agent without selling. I listed it at the same price and sold it in only 5 days for full price. Now, as a homeowner, when I see that, I'm going, wow. Okay. What's happening is this is now making me excited. You did something that another agent had not been able to do in 6 months. Not only could you sell it when they couldn't, but you sold it at the same price, listed at the same price, sold it in only 5 days and got the full asking price. That's really impressive. What that tells me is you know what you're doing. So these are just some real simple hacks that when you're going to do a Just Sold postcard, don't spend any extra money. Just spend a couple of minutes and actually write a message that you can tell someone why they should be choosing you. Because when they get this postcard, I guarantee you they will always see this message and always read it. Now, if you want some other stuff, let me show you what's going on. This is really cool. So as I mentioned, I mailed over 2 million postcards. And that was actually years ago by the time I hit the 2 million mark. I've done over 21 split marketing tests. That's where you take two things and you either test one headline versus another, or maybe you test one postcard like this postcard against another postcard like this postcard and see which one pulls the best, okay? And then after those 21 split marketing tests, I've actually done about another 38 different tests that are just testing different things. I have gotten this down to a science. So if you're using postcards, especially like if you're going to do Just Sold postcards, all of my testing that I've done and the results and why they work, you can get for free. If you just look down in the message section, the description underneath this video, you'll see a link to do that. Hope this helps and hope you have a very blessed day.